everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Lianne Russo Liddell, Associate Broker and Realtor with Occasio Realty. And today I am here with Patrick Hassett, who is the owner of Hassett Insurance. Hi, Patrick.
Hello.
So Hassett Insurance is dedicated to providing personalized insurance products that provide quality protection, security, and peace of mind. And as an independent agency, Hassett Insurance can place and manage high quality, cost-effective insurance plans with many different carriers and markets. So Patrick, I am really excited to talk to you a little bit today, just because you are in a different position, right? You are an insurance broker as opposed to an insurance agent. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Insurance is really exciting. So I'm glad, I'm glad we're doing it. So yeah, so there's three main kinds of insurance for consumers. So we'll just talk about personal lines today, but you have three kind of main ones. So you have your 1-800 numbers, which is like a Geico, Progressive has that. They also have a direct channel through brokers and Esurance. So you have USAA is similar. So you call into 1-800 number. Sometimes they're licensed, sometimes they're not. It just depends on which company, but you don't have an agent that you work with. You call into a 1-800 number. So that's kind of one of them. They sell one product. Then you have the market that's like a State Farm, an American Family, Allstate, those types of places. They're called direct writers. Okay. So you would have an agent, but you write they just sell State Farm or American Family or something like that.
Sure, whatever those products are.
Yeah. So and then I'm a broker. So as a broker, I'm also an agent, but we work with about 20 different markets. Okay. So we have I have a market for any type of insurance product that's out there. But specifically, if we're talking about auto home, it just gives the client choice and gives lots of different options, because what, sometimes insurance is never a one size fits all. So, where a State Farm might say, we only want this type of client. And if it doesn't fit that box, the rates are so uncompetitive that agent loses that deal.
Gotcha.
So on the broker side, what I try to do is, and what we've set up on our end, because I've done both, is we want to offer choice. Okay. And so don't feel like you're pigeonholed into one product or company. So I have a dual mandate between the companies and the clients that we represent. So it's not just, I have to put you here because that's all I have. So we offer lots of different options. Okay.
Awesome. That's really cool. So, that gave me a little bit about what you do, but tell me a little bit more about your business, Patrick, and how you got started.
Sure. So I'm local. So I was born in Arizona. I went to St. Francis. I went to Brophy. I eventually graduated college from ASU. Another story for another time, maybe. And so I got a job in banking my first year, and my dad was a loan officer, and I was I don't want to do that, but I would like to do banking because there's always a need for money, right? So I went from there to work in secondary marketing for a mortgage bank. And then I was a wholesale rep till 2007. And I lived through the Big Short, all those crazy times. So I helped in my own way, destroy the world economy, and I had to find a new career. So look, so my clients were loan officers, right? So I would have people call me at the closing table. They're like, can you explain the product to my client? I'm like, no, no way. No. So we had twins on the way, and I had to find a new career really fast. So I told my wife, I said, hey, there's some lady from State Farm keeps harassing me, and she has a job interview Wednesday night in North Scottsdale. I'm like, it's too far, I'm not going. She's like, you're going. So I went out there and realized that model wasn't for me, but that they said, hey, so if all of your clients are loan officers, every one of those people needs home insurance. And I thought, I was never a loan officer.
Yeah.
I went directly from banking to sales. So I actually got hired at a career builder fest. No one gets hired at those things.
Whoa, that's awesome. Okay, very cool.
Yeah, that's my roundabout way to fall into insurance.
Okay, very cool. So tell me a little bit about what your goals are for the next year and this year. Obviously, everything's different. Said that on every interview I've done, but tell me a little bit about that.
Like when there's chaos, there's opportunity, right? So insurance is one of those interesting fields where like basic like socioeconomic changes don't really affect the insurance business all that much.
Okay.
So like I lived through 2008 and 2010 where the economy crashed, like it destroyed the mortgage business first. And then I went out and so people are losing their jobs or, they have to sell their cars or it creates a need to shop because insurance is one of those things that you can, if you don't watch it, you can lose a lot of money on it. So it creates these cycles of opportunity for agents.
Okay.
So when the pandemic hit, so I was on the captive side for like 6 years and this is my 8th year.
Okay.
So I'd already done like most of the heavy lifting, but I was like, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is bad for everybody in March. And so I kind of revamped how I was doing my business. So you couldn't go out anymore and see people. So I redid my website. I like tripled my marketing. Both like we use Instagram, we use Facebook. I send out like newsletters, to all that types of things. And really tried to, churn the engine and get people to call. But one of the things that I hadn't done is I had never done like a remarket campaign with existing clients because, and so like people would call and be like, hey, can you requote this? But so we basically set up a program to remarket to existing clients. I mean, you're about 2 to 3 years, you're in a rate window and your rate should still be pretty confident, like pretty stable. But once you get outside of that, who knows? And so that was one thing that we changed. And thankfully, we never really had a dip in business.
Okay.
But, but I work, I put the hours in, so yeah.
Of course. Okay. On more of a personal note, Patrick, what are some things that you like to do in the neighborhood?
So I love Central Phoenix. Like
I know, it's my favorite place.
Yeah, for like no doubt. So like I was born there, like I've always been there. The food is like the best in the valley, I think, honestly. And it's like totally like now no one goes out. It's sad, but like our lives really go around our kids. So we have 13-year-old boys and we have a 10-year-old. They all play competitive baseball and they play basketball. Okay. So a lot of our time is spent taxiing them to and from practice and games.
Sure.
But yeah, like when people come into town, we take them like down to Central and we show them like there's so many good small mom and pop places to eat. There's like a handful of breweries and it's just like it's the best place to live, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Any shout outs you want to give to any of your favorites?
Yes. So sure. Okay. So my office is at like 7th and Missouri. So I'm really close to like Uptown Plaza where, AJ's is. Yep. So Chula Seafood, have you been there?
I have not, but I have heard such great things about it. You're
so John Heflin, who's the owner, was my next like behind neighbor for me in high school.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
we're,
cool.
Very good friends.
Nice.
His place is awesome. They have the best fish in town.
Okay, good.
And so
I'll have to check it out then.
I'll make sure I get something free out of this from him. But yes, if you like seafood, it's the best in town. No doubt.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to check it out then. Because you're like the 4th person that's mentioned it. So.
It's good. It's good. And they have pretty good swag in there. I have like a couple hats but it's a place you walk in, you're like, I like this place. Okay, it fits the whole like the Windsor vibe that you have. It's kind of like, Joyride, all those are they kind of all fit together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited to check it out then. Is there anything coming up, Patrick, that you want to share with our neighbors?
So, not necessarily with insurance, but it's one of those things that people are like, I've been with, insurance company A for like 37 years. And I'm like,
Mhm.
why?
Yeah.
People
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
and it's all well, this is who I had. I just never made a change.
Mhm.
So again, like back to that, every about 2 to 3 years, you should look at what your
Okay.
numbers are and what you're paying, because you'll see that like on an average, like let's say that your auto was $1,000 year 1, year 2 it's $1,250, year 3 it's $1,500. So it's increased 50% in 3 years.
Sure.
Most people have that stuff on EFT, they don't notice it.
Right.
Which is crazy to me. So what I tell people is not just watch your numbers, right? And so quotes are free, right? I do all. So here's the other thing too. Time is money with everything, right? And so people, like, there's things that I am like visibly frustrated with. Like, I will not do sprinklers in the lawn anymore. Like, I've spent so much dang time out there that like I'm going to, like, I'm tired of, I don't know how to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yep.
I think that people look at insurance that way. Like, do you want to spend an entire day, call like 15 companies and then have like 1,000 people call you to try to save $17 a month?
Right.
It's not a good use of your time. Let us do that for you.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Well, I will definitely be calling you after our interview, because we have been with USA for a very long time. So
yeah, and sometimes, and here's the thing. So this is what I always tell people. Look, best case scenario is I look at your stuff, we figure out that you have pretty good rates, make a little bit of changes too, but we can get you in a better place. Or I can say, hey, you know what? You've got good rates. I would make these small changes. Your coverage is good. Your premium is good. Is it okay if I check back in next year at this time? So still win-win.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, Patrick, thank you so much for chatting with me. Once again, I'm Lianne Russo Liddell, Associate Broker and Realtor with Occasio Realty, here with Patrick Hassett, the owner of Hassett Insurance. All of Patrick's information will be linked in below this interview, so please give him a call, and hopefully, you'll be able to save some money, or at least get his opinion on things. So thank you again, Patrick, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.